Hey everyone, hope you guys can see all my little resin molds here. So I almost didn't finish this video because so many things happened when I first started it. And I know normally I don't show the end result at the beginning, but I'm going to tell you the story from the beginning as I show you the different ones. So I had so many mishaps during it that, like I said, I almost didn't make the video. But what I started out with, so I got these really cute molds from Let's Resin. They sent me to make a video, and I looked at, other people's videos to see how they were doing them, and I thought, well, I want to do something different. So, so I went and I got some candy corn, and I made this video so long ago. It was before the Halloween candy corn came out. It was at least over a month ago. So I actually found it at Publix. If you ever want candy corn during the year and can't find it, Publix has it, if you have a Publix near you. So I decided I was doing it with candy corn, and I put the candy corn in, but the biggest mistake I made, especially with this one, was I put all the candy corn in and then poured the resin over it, which made tons more bubbles than anything. And as you can see, especially the bottom was a mess, and I sanded it down. And when you sand it down, you really have to get all that stuff out of the holes. So I was able to cover it up somewhat. I put UV resin in all the holes, put it under the UV light, and then so here I am with the UV resin, just putting it in all those little holes, because I would have had to have sanded down, I think, even another eighth of an inch. I probably could have done it, but this was easier. And just made sure it was all in the little holes, kind of pushed it down in, and then put it under the UV light. And then put a top coat of UV resin over the bottoms of both of them. And they do look a lot better. This is the bottoms of them, so they don't look too bad. So those didn't turn out bad. But I was still really disappointed. I said, well, I got to figure out a way to do this without getting any bubbles in it. So I had this brilliant idea of putting it in the bubble removal machine. Well, after like a minute, I looked and they were all swelling up and starting to fall apart. So I took them out and dumped them into these molds. And look what happened to them. They turned brown. I'll compare it to this one next to that. Isn't that awful? Yeah, so these two, these two turned brown. So don't put your candy in a bubble removal machine. So these two I'm just going to toss out, but it'll be interesting to see how these two hold up, because somebody said when you have the candy you should spray it with something to seal it. So it must already have some kind of a sealer on it, and then when I put it in the bubble removal machine, it just took everything off of it and started puffing it up, and they look awful. Look at that. It's just all brown. So anyway, so I decided, well, I want to try another set. I wanted to try to do it where I could put a light under it. So the first one I did, which one is it? This one. Yeah, so this one I did again, and I put resin in it first and filled it up as much as I could, and then put the candy corn in. I think the problem, especially with this one, with all the bubbles, was that I put all the candy corn in first and then poured the resin over it, and that even created more bubbles. So I think you need to put the majority of the resin in first. And I did put the resin through the bubble removal machine before I put it into these. But anyway, so I think this one turned out pretty cute. I put a little rhinestone chain around the top. And then this one, I used a silicone mold that I had gotten on Temu. So you can buy these on Temu. You can get them they're more expensive on Amazon. These were like $3 something, but they're actually flower molds, and they're called candle molds, and they're a matte finish inside, but they're all different sizes. And I think it might've been this one. Yeah. This one here that I used to put in it. And it made a nice opening at the bottom. This one really worked out well. So I'm going to put a tea light on it under it at the end, and you'll see what it looks like. So here you can see I took the silicone flower mold, and these are really soft, real squishy and soft molds. So it was real easy to get the skewers, to poke those skewers through there. And I just kind of straightened it out and put it on 2 cups so that it was balanced on each side and it didn't push down on the actual silicone mold itself. And then I went ahead and I mixed up my resin. And for this, I thought I had used some of the glow in the dark. Maybe I didn't. I used the snowflake eye mica powder and put that in, and then just put that down, and it wanted to float up some, so I did have to set something on top of it. And then here's a few hours later, after it cured on my curing table, just pulled the skewers out, and the silicone really popped right out of there. It was really pretty easy, and you can reuse it. It made a perfect opening. I thought that was so cool. And then I just demolded it. Looks like, but all of these, like this is glow in the dark, I think this is glow in the dark, this is glow in the dark, and I think it is. I used the Let's Resin glow in the dark pigment powders. They're super pretty. They have a whole bunch of colors. I mean, they're pretty even if you don't want it glow in the dark. I have another video out that has that I use them in with a bunch of different ghosts in that are super cute if you haven't seen it. And I will link it in the description. I believe they're on sale right now. It's been so long since I did made them, but anyway, I thought it would be cute if you could put a candle in it. I figured I better just show you the video anyway, because you could use this for anything. You could do it for a Christmas tree. And I'm hoping in another video, one coming up, I'll show you how to make your own silicone plug. They're super easy to do. I just didn't happen to have any silicone, and this was this was available at the time, so I thought, why not use it? So anyway, I thought that turned out really good. And this one, I painted the inside of the hat with mica powder, and that was so tedious, reaching all the way up into the hat of the cat and painting it with the mica powder. So this one I actually painted on the outside with I just poured black through the whole thing. And this black cat is actually made with the Bond Crafter black resin. I don't know if you know this, but some of the companies actually have different colored resins out. Bond Crafter happened to send this to me, but Let's Resin has it. And Let's Resin may have like 3 different colors of the colored resin, and it's kind of neat. Half of it's clear, and then the other half you pour the color in. And I found with this that it didn't have any bubbles. I didn't put it through the bubble removal machine, but it's really difficult to tell if you have it mixed all the way, so you really have to make sure that you mix for a full 3 minutes. And then when I demolded, I painted this, used the marker, the metallic markers. In this one, I painted with the high gloss acrylic varnish and the mica powder. And look at the top of that, isn't that pretty? It's the color change mica powders. That looks super pretty. And it would give you, I think, the same effect if you did that on the inside. Although I almost think this is nicer. I think these two are actually the same color. I think this was on the inside and this is on the outside. I don't know. I think it is. But this looks really pretty when you do it on the outside. And then, and then as I was going along with my other ghost molds with the glow in the dark stuff, I was just throwing the extras into here. So that's how this one came about. And then this last one, I decided I had to show you how to do it if you didn't have a silicone mold. So I stuck a cup up in there, and then I couldn't get the cup out. So I think if I worked hard enough, I could, but this kind of, I must have pushed down on the one side, so it's a little bit uneven. It sits nice and even when you set it down, but that is another way to do it. Just put a little plastic cup up in there, and you could end up putting the tea light under it. So how I ended up doing that was taking 2 skewers and using UV resin and attaching them to the cup with the UV resin, so it would work similarly to the way the mold, the silicone mold, did to hang in the cup. And after some trial and error, I was able to attach it okay, and it was pretty secure. And then I just went ahead and hung it on the mold. If you notice, I did not put cups under the skewers like I did with the silicone mold. So then I mixed up my resin, and I'm putting some glow-in-the-dark powder in there too. And watch in a minute, you'll see where that goes. But anyway, I didn't put the cups on each side to hold the skewers, and then I put something heavy on it to hold it down. And because there wasn't cups under the skewers on each side, it pressed down on one side and deformed it a little bit. So that's what you need to do. You need to put cups under each side of the skewers like I did with the silicone mold. And see, that's the part, and then part of the skewer was stuck in there too. So when I demolded it, I found out that all of the glow in the dark, I don't know if I just didn't mix it in enough or what the story was, but it all fell to the head. So, and you'll notice that I've painted the head so you don't see it anymore, but for some reason it all just went into the pumpkin head. So anyway, all in all, I thought they turned out cute. I learned my lesson with candy. Do not put them in the bubble removal machine. And the silicone plug would be great to use like on a Christmas tree that you want to put a tea light in, or anything that you want to. I think that worked really well. And that's pretty much it. So they have these little molds, which are super cute, are on sale now on Let's Resin. I have a 10% discount code. Everything I used in the video will be in the links, including the discount codes. And these, I believe I did all these on my heat table because I did not have my G3, the Resiner's G3 curing machine yet. So these were all done on the heat table, which is really neat. And I have another video out that shows, everything about that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. It's not my usuals, but I really wanted to show these because I thought that some of them really did end up turning out cute. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, and have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have close to 400 videos now, glass and resin art. I've been doing a lot of molds. I try to combine the molds with glass art to see if I can somehow do that, but they had sent me these, so I wanted to try them. And this kind of stuff is fun for me around the holidays, making the different decorations. And I know the kids, my daughter's a pediatric physical therapist, so I'm gonna send all my Halloween stuff up to her, and she's over in St. Augustine, Florida, so she can give them out to the kids and pass them out to the people who work up there. So anyway, a Facebook page, an amazing group over there. Come check us out, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.